In 1896, a German scholar opened a box he'd just bought from a dealer in Cairo. Inside were fragments of a gospel the world hadn't seen in nearly 1,700 years. A gospel written by Mary Magdalene. But here's the part no one talks about. It wasn't just old, it was damaged on purpose. Pages torn out, sentences ending mid-thought, critical sections missing, cleanly removed. And the little that survived, it showed Jesus teaching Mary privately, then saying she understands things the other disciples don't. If that's true, it rewrites everything the church built. And in this video, you're going to see the exact lines that survived, and why someone made sure the rest disappeared. The fragments were written in Coptic, an early Christian language in Egypt. Originally, the Gospel had 19 pages. But look at this. Pages 1 through 6, gone. Pages 11 through 14, gone. Only 10 survived. And whoever removed the missing pages did it surgically. Here's the part most people never realize. The 4 biblical Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, were written decades after Jesus died. Mary's Gospel? It was written in the same early window. So why wasn't it included? Because what Mary describes is not a retelling of Jesus' life. It's a challenge to the authority structure the church was building. Let's read the section that survived. Jesus has risen. The disciples are terrified. Peter turns to Mary. Sister, we know the Savior loved you more than other women. Tell us what he said to you, the things we haven't heard. Mary replies, I will teach you what is hidden from you. She describes a vision, the soul's journey after death, realms it must pass through, powers guarding each realm, a cosmology nothing like the doctrines we know today. This wasn't symbolic. It was a map. When Mary finishes, Andrew blurts out, I don't believe the Savior said this. These are strange ideas. Then Peter attacks her credibility. Did he really reveal these things to a woman and not openly to us? Mary cries. But Levi defends her. Peter, you're always angry. If the Savior made her worthy, who are you to reject her? And then the manuscript breaks. Before we get to why they erased it, look at what happened 200 years later. By 325 AD, church leaders gathered at the Council of Nicaea. There were dozens of Gospels in circulation. Different communities, different versions of Jesus, different power structures. They didn't just choose which books to include. They chose which worldview would survive. Mary's Gospel was a threat. Reason number 1, a woman teaching men. In the Roman world, women couldn't hold religious authority. A gospel with Mary instructing the disciples shattered that hierarchy. Reason number 2, secret knowledge. If Jesus taught individuals privately, outside bishops and clergy, the emerging institution had no control. Reason number 3, Peter is challenged. Peter was positioned as the first pope. But in Mary's Gospel, Peter is corrected and proven wrong. You don't build a 2,000-year institution on a foundation that unstable. So the text was labeled heresy. Copies were hunted down, and Mary's voice went dark. 10 pages survived. 9 are missing. We don't know what was on them, but scholars believe the missing parts contain the highest level teachings Mary claimed Jesus gave her. If those missing pages contained what scholars think they did, it would explain why the Church fought so hard to erase this text. And here's the twist. In regions like Egypt and Ethiopia, Mary was never erased. She was called Apostle to the Apostles, the first witness of the resurrection, a leader. But in the Western Church, her story was rewritten. In 591 AD, Pope Gregory I declared Mary Magdalene was the sinful woman who washed Jesus' feet. There is zero textual evidence for this, but the claim stuck for 1,400 years. Today, Mary's Gospel sits in a museum in Berlin. Anyone can read it. But the version of Christianity that survived, the edited version, left her out. If Mary's Gospel had been chosen instead, women could have been church leaders for 2 millennia. That's the cost of erasing a text. So here's the real question. Was Mary's Gospel rejected because it was false? Or because it gave authority to the wrong person? The person the early church didn't want at the center. A woman. This is the gospel the church didn't want you to read. And here's the strangest part. Mary wasn't the only woman erased. There's another figure mentioned in the earliest Christian writings who disappeared almost completely from the official story. A woman who funded Jesus' ministry, traveled with the disciples, and whose name the church tried to bury. And in the next video, we reveal who she was.